Going over today. Plantings around your house, good ones to put in the foundation, particularly in the front of the yard. I'm getting a lot of questions about this. Want to get it answered. All right, let me get my face out of the way so you can see what I'm looking at here. Right, now that my face is out of the way, got some plants to show you. So first up, I got the cool as ice blue fescue. So this is a blue fescue grass. I really like this one. Like look at the blue on that. You can see the that blue foliage there. Holy cow! What am I doing with the photo? But I really like this grass because it's blue. It stays nice and small. I like this for along your, say, a walkway up to the front of the house. Kind of put along the sides. These ones really don't take a lot of maintenance either, which is a big part of the reason why I like them. And it adds a full color, that nice blue color, that deep blue to the front of the house. And it stays nice and small and compact, so it's really good for some of those front areas. And the next one I want to talk about here is probably my favorites all around are hydrangeas. This is a firelight hydrangea. You see those red and the pinks. There are hydrangeas that you can get all kinds of different colors. And they say these ones are good for full sun all the way down to shade. Typically though, we'll tell people if you're going to plant it in a pretty shady environment, just know you're not going to get as many blooms, right? So they see it, they show you in the pictures, hey, this is what it's going to look like. Likely if you have it in a really shady area, you're just not going to see as many blooms. And kind of another reason why I like the hydrangeas is they're pretty low maintenance. Usually you're only going to have to prune them at the end of the year. You cut them down to say a beach ball size, something like that. And those blooms, they're going to bloom so long. You're going to be going out. Sorry, they're going to bloom nice and long, pretty much all summer, from the summertime all the way into the fall. You're going to see those nice blooms on there. They look really nice to add that color, really like that whole summer long, which everybody's looking for. Next up, kind of knock your socks off in the spring. These crab apples, I love it if we can get a tree in the front yard. You got to have a big enough landscape bed to kind of incorporate this in. You can see in the photo here that's a really nice sized landscape bed. If you have somewhere where it arcs out in the house and you get a kind of a nice U in the landscape bed, if you can have space for it, a little tree. These guys don't get too big. But I should tell you, for the firelights here, this is like 5 to 6 foot, so you do need a larger landscape bed for this too. But they do come in dwarf variety, so just pay attention to that. Always make sure you're getting the right size here, so you're not overgrowing it. But the Tina crab apples, these ones, in the springtime, you see those, you see the flowering trees, and a lot of people have them like lining their driveway and stuff. I think that's beautiful. But if we can incorporate one of these into a landscape bed in the front yard, especially, tend to be a little bit more expensive. But these are beautiful. I love incorporating a little crab apple into the front yard. And these aren't terribly high maintenance either. Usually kind of a little pruning just to keep them up, but otherwise, really nice touch. Otherwise they'll be just green throughout the rest of the year, but that spring you get that just boost to that color right away. They look beautiful. And for my next choice, I wanted to keep it nice and simple. A lot of people are like, oh, I just don't like spireas. These ones, look at the foliage on these. This is kind of my biggest reason for picking this. You get this really nice yellow foliage that really stays. So even when it's not blooming, typically these spireas are spring summer bloomers. And but this, with the gold mounds, you get that nice golden foliage that can stay nice, and that can really complement, especially if you have any evergreens or anything like that. That yellow and green look really sharp together. And so some people don't like the spireas, but I'm a big fan of the gold mound spireas. I think they incorporate really well. This is a full sun plant as well. Now I want to touch on, I'll get to a shade plant in just a minute here, but I wanted to highlight the gold mounds. And next for some of our sorry, someone's calling me here. What the heck? All right. So next, you're gonna need something for the corners of the house, and I could only pick one here. So I went with the Holmstrup arborvitae. Okay, a lot of times these are used for screening. But a lot of people don't always think about them as for the corner, like your sort of corner feature on your landscape bed. These can be really nice because they stay nice and tight. You got to make sure you get the home strups because they're only getting 6 to 8 feet tall. Usually you can have a little bit higher, higher plant on the side. But so if you have the home strap on the side there, what I like to do with the landscape bed, especially in the front of the house, usually have some windows. Along the front is we start really high on the side, and then well, not really high, right? So we start high on the side, and then we kind of come down lower because you have some windows, and then usually come up towards the door, something like that, right? So kind of get some nice variation in height there, and the home strip Arborvitae is a good one for that. It doesn't get too big, so it is one that you could put really close to the house. Obviously, you don't want it 2 feet away from the house, but this is one that you can fit in a foundation plant actually, which is pretty unique for Arborvitaes. Now, if you like blue and you're like me, another really good one for some of those smaller perennials is my next one here. Probably one of my all-time favorites is your Colorado blue spruce. Like, look at the blue on that, right? This isn't like any other blue spruce. Any other spruce. This is the really nice light blue there. I just love the color blue. So that's probably big reason why I like this one. But these guys go great. Now you can get really big ones. They get way too big, and you really wouldn't want that in a foundation plan. But there are basically dwarf blue spruces, and that's definitely what I'm thinking of for foundation. You can get them that can stay nice and small. Usually they'll get, say, about 3 feet high. There's certainly different varieties, but these blue spruces, pretty low maintenance. Again, usually you're just going to be doing some shape pruning on them, and they're not going to go crazy on you. And you get that nice blue evergreen color all year round color, and that's probably the biggest reason why I like these. Right, is that a ton of color even in the wintertime. And then now for you people with all the shade, probably the most underrated shade perennial that I like to incorporate into landscaping is coral bells. Okay, it doesn't show you on here. Let's see if they got a better picture here. You kind of see it. They got these little white blooms. I don't know if I can zoom in. They got little white blooms that actually look really pretty. And I really just love the foliage on these. Right, a lot of the uniqueness in landscaping comes from the flowers, the colors, and then the variety of the plant material itself. And coral bells really just have that really deep burgundy color that can look sharp, especially with some you pair the coral bells here with your spireas. Like, just think about the contrast with the burgundy, and then that nice gold color with the spirea. That's going to give you a really pretty landscape bed. And yeah, those are probably my top. Well, let's see how many did I cover? Like six, 7 plants. It's probably some of my top plants for foundation plans and landscape beds. I'll probably be recording some more videos on more like shade and sun specific plants, depending on what your front yard looks like. But like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Have an awesome rest of your day.